Welcome back to Destination Dive. Settled in the heart of the stunning Florida Keys, Islamorada is not only known for its breathtaking beaches and coral reefs, but also for its rich maritime history. Beneath these turquoise waters, shipwrecks from centuries past tell stories of adventure, mystery, and the untamed forces at sea. A visit to beautiful Islamorada wouldn't be complete without a dive on one of the area's most iconic wrecks, the Eagle.
She's a 300-foot freighter. She was intentionally sunk in 1985, part of the artificial reef program here in the Keys. She went down nice and intact and upright, but in 1998, Hurricane George came by, lifted her up, flipped her on her side, and broke her in half.
But interestingly enough, in 2017, the power of Hurricane Irma whipped through and crushed one of the ship's sides and broke one of the stacks. But the result isn't all bad. The ship is now thriving with marine life and has even more visual character.
She sits down there now, a little bit beat up, but it makes an amazing dive because of the condition she's in, and it's a must dive here in Islamorada.
The Eagle remains a staple near Islamorada. It's been resting on the sandy bottom for nearly 40 years now, and over time has developed thick, beautiful coral, which is a haven for sea life. Sitting in roughly 110 feet of water, the wreck also attracts marine life, both big and small. This sunken vessel has transformed into a flourishing underwater ecosystem, home to a stunning variety of marine life.
On top of the wreck, in about 75 foot of depth, when you're on top of it on the hull side, you'll see, your pelagic fish. You got your amberjacks, your permit, your African pompano. You'll have schools of yellowtail snapper. You'll get schools of mangrove snapper. So that's a lot where the life take to school around is on top of the wreck.
Artificial reefs like the Eagle are vital to the health of marine ecosystems. By providing a structure for coral to latch onto, they give fish and other sea creatures a place to hide, breed, and feed. In fact, these faux reefs often host more biodiversity than surrounding natural habitats, including some of the natural reefs.
It's this oasis of a reef out in the middle of sand, and what that does is, it's been down there now for however long, it's created, coral reef. There's sponges, there's coral on this thing, and that attracts the little micro stuff and macro stuff, which attracts bigger fish, which attracts the bigger stuff. So not only does it create reef structure for the critters, it takes the impact off the natural reefs as well.
Another dive site that draws divers, not for its majestic sunken ship, but rather its historical significance, is the San Pedro. It's the oldest shipwreck on the wreck trek, and while there's not a grand ship to swim through, its glimpse into the past is the draw. It's sunk in 1733 as part of the Spanish treasure fleet, and while most of the coins and treasure have been looted, it's now a living site of maritime archaeology, where the layers of history remain under the waves.
I think one of the coolest things about diving in the Keys and on the wreck trek is you can see all these periods in time. And so where else in the world are you going to be able to dive or even just snorkel if you don't want to dive on a Spanish galleon, a real Spanish galleon from 300 years ago? It's right there off Islamorada, just sitting there.
Next time you dive the wrecks of Islamorada, you're not just discovering the deep, you're reliving a story that's been passed down for centuries. Coming up, see the groundbreaking technique that's been used to protect corals from the harsh sunlight and warm ocean temperatures. Shades. See how coral shading could potentially save delicate corals from bleaching. And later, we'll dive one of the most majestic reefs near Islamorada that rests beneath the most iconic landmarks in the Keys.